In this video, I'm going to be discussing why the Dark Elf King said we made a grave mistake. Be sure to stay till the end of this video to find out my entire theory and to find the backstory on the Dark Elves. Here we go. We are all excited for the upcoming God of War Ragnarok, and videos and theories have exploded as of recently, which is awesome in my opinion. And there are many great YouTubers out there that cover the subject so well, so go check them out and give them some love. Now, let's get down to business. Why did the Dark Elf King say we made a grave mistake?
What did it say?
That we made a grave mistake.
This question was actually asked in my comment section by Elias Malik Hansen. Thank you so very much, Elias, for asking the question, and yes, I would love to give my theory on the matter. By releasing the light of Alfheim from the Dark Elves to the Light Elves, how is this a bad thing? How is giving the light of Alfheim back to the Light Elves, who would we presume would be the good guys, from the Dark Elves, who we would presume are the bad guys? Well, I'm here to tell you that everything isn't always as it seems, and that we very well may have made a grave mistake during our time in Alfheim. In Norse mythology, there actually isn't a lot of history on the Dark Elves, or myths in general, but this is what I found out. The Dark Elves are the complete opposite of the Light Elves. Go figure. They are known as cruel, hateful, and just downright mean. They live deep underground in hive-like tunnels in the realm called Svartalfheim, where they share this realm with the dwarves. This can explain why many dwarves are mistaken for Dark Elves. While in their communities, they are raised to believe that they are a superior race of being, and due to this, they have become very arrogant. With these traits, they focus on a very military-like society. They believe that fighting is a part of life, and they love to spar with each other. A lot of the time, to the death. Those who live through these sessions are believed to be worthy of life, and those who die were not. This is a very extreme way to live, but also places the Dark Elves as one of the greatest warrior races that we have come across. Now, the Dark Elves absolutely hate the Light Elves and vice versa, and both of them think their race is the superior one. But they are more similar than they think, because they are actually both originally from the same realm and among the same species. But hold on, Shayne, you said the Dark Elves were from Svartalfheim. Yeah, I did say it, and this is true, but they are not originally from Svartalfheim. And this part is very important to my theory, so stay tuned, it will all make sense in a bit. Now, elves in Norse mythology have been said to feast with the gods of Asgard. They have been a part of many stories and legends, such as when the death of Baldur was announced in the Great Feasting Hall, and when Loki stormed in drunk one night and started insulting everyone. In both instances, elves were present in the company of the Aesir gods. Now, in saying this, I don't think Odin and Thor would be throwing back a few grogs with some Dark Elves. If anything, I think there would be a really big brawl that would go down after a while. No, I think the Light Elves would be more than likely the ones invited to the gatherings with the gods. So they are the ones who would be backing the gods. This is very important to my theory, so hang on just for a little bit. Now let's transition to God of War. Now we first meet the elves, both light and dark, in our journey through Alfheim. You can see many Dark Elves killing off the Light Elves, and Kratos explains to us and Atreus that it is the end of a war and the Light Elves have obviously not won. And as we fight them off and take the light away from them, we think we're helping the good side, or whatever you want to call it. But what if I tell you that I think we helped the wrong side, and the Dark Elf King was right when he told us we made a grave mistake? Here is what I'm talking about. I think the Light Elves are working with the Aesir. This is kind of an obvious theory, but stay tuned, there's a bigger one coming up. So the Light Elves being in the graces of the Aesir, and also, like the Dark Elves, think they are the superior race of elves, which, once again, has brought them to arrogance. It might be part of the reason why both sides constantly fight over the light of Alfheim. Possibly it might be the reason why they didn't give Kratos and Atreus a thanks when they released them from behind the closed door in Alfheim. Kind of like a, it's about time kind of an attitude. But this is kind of neither here nor there. Therefore, saying the Aesir and the Light Elves are in cahoots with each other, and the Dark Elves are the same species, I believe years and years ago the Aesir drove the Dark Elves from their home in Alfheim into the dark land of Svartalfheim that originally belonged to the dwarves. Now before you think I'm a little crazy, it kinda makes sense, or at least to me. The dwarves had their own land called Nidvalir, This place is in the same realm as Svartalfheim. Now, I don't know about you, but being pushed out of your homeland would not sit well with me, and I doubt the Dark Elves took it well either. So this would push them to retaliate and try to take back their home in Alfheim. So they're trying to take back their home is when we actually come into Alfheim. So the Dark Elves could have thought that Kratos and Atreus were from the Aesir, trying to help out the Light Elves take back the light. Which we kinda did, didn't we? And by giving back the light to the Light Elves, we gave power back to the Aesir. This is a big part of my theory. I think why the Dark Elf King said that we made a grave mistake is because Kratos and Atreus gave back that power to the Aesir, and potentially damned the race of Dark Elves. By coming into Alfheim and giving the light back to the Light Elves, we stopped the Dark Elves from going back to their original home, and possibly taking power away from the Aesir. And from all the carnage that we reaped in Alfheim, we probably took out a good number of their population. So maybe we even put a target on the Dark Elves for the Aesir to take advantage of. I mean total annihilation for the Dark Elves, since they caused such a problem and us taking a good amount of their population off the map. But that kind of leaves one question. How do you think the Dark Elves get into Alfheim without going through the realm travel room? Can they slip between realms like the dwarves? Or do they have their own traveling system that has not been discovered yet? And will the Aesir find this new travel system? Do you want to hear more? And do you agree with my theory, or do you have one all your own? Tell me in the comments down below, and always feel free to leave your own theories and what you want to see in future videos. My name is Shayne Static. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.